Abdul Farah al-Masawrawi and his wife Khadija have survived the last 4 years with the help of the United Nations. They benefited from a cash assistance program for Syrian refugees in Lebanon, but they were recently told they will no longer receive the $175 monthly payment. They are victims of what the international organization says is its limited resources.
We are in need of assistance from the United Nations because we are in debt and I can't work for health reasons. I have a heart problem.
Every year the UN conducts an assessment to find out who needs its help the most. The Masrawis are among 180,000 Syrian families who will no longer be eligible for the aid, which will now be given to the same number of families who have been recently identified as the most vulnerable. SHAMSI HAZAA will now be given priority. For the first time since her family moved to Lebanon a year ago, she will be given money to pay for food and other needs.
My daughters are working so that we can eat, but they barely make enough money. If they don't work, we'll die from hunger.
Almost 1 million Syrian refugees are registered with the UN in Lebanon, but only 30% are eligible for the cash assistance program because of the lack of money.
It is our responsibility to make sure that the families receiving this assistance are really those who need it the most. The bottom line is that this program really targets the poorest of the poor, and sadly it doesn't even reach the percentage of the families who live under the extreme poverty line.
Now in its 8th year, the conflict in neighboring Syria has made millions dependent on assistance. Limited funding means many refugees have to rely on themselves, and that is not easy in Lebanon, where they are not welcome. The suffering is immense. UN statistics show more than 80% of Syrian refugees have at least one family member living with a chronic health condition. And most organizations provide only basic health care, and even the Faris family didn't get that when they lost a child not too long ago. They say they haven't benefited from the UN cash program during their 4 years in Lebanon. This 26-year-old father earns $3 a day, but that is only when he finds work.
Since I came from Syria, I haven't been able to find a steady job, and whatever I earn is not enough. I am in debt. I owe people $3,500.
The UN warns the humanitarian crisis is not going to go away anytime soon, and so many continue to appeal for help. Zeina, Khodr, Al Jazeera, Bekaa.